Okay, here we are again. I've been slowing down on these videos, haven't I? It's mostly because I've got far too many projects going on at the same time. But I've also been a bit hesitant to do this segment of the map because now's the time I need to start committing to things. Previously, I'd been able to say, well, we'll fix that up a bit later, but now we have to look at the progression of the map. Couple of things I wanted to do before we start. That shotgun, I've decided that's stupid putting it out here. I'm going to put it there instead so the player can take it before they pull the switch and start the map. I want to straighten up these a bit. Let's see, what else? I decided this bit, maybe I don't need to do anything overly complicated here. This could be a very vanilla Doom-styled spiky corridor. So we're just gonna put some angles in. That might be all I need. It might look stupid. We will see. But you can see already just how much more interesting the place looks with that in it, because it's just such a different looking environment without the right angles. Let's make a little archway there so that we can make this ceiling different. Maybe give it that one. No, we're coming through from a door here, so no. Let's use some slad textures on here. There's a paint select action in Ultimate Doom Builder, where you, instead of clicking on all the Avenger walls, you can just spin around and hold the mouse button down, but I always forget to set that. It might be distracting to do it now. Okay. So there's a switch, here's our corridor. We can fix this up a bit more later, put some more interesting things into it. But that's basically what it'll look like. Meanwhile, over here, you can never have too many nukage pits. I'll make it a little bit more interesting like that. Maybe we can put some tech pillars there. Alright, calm down. Basically going with whatever comes into my head at this point, and then we'll work the fights around them. Alright, that's pretty good. The ceiling's the right size. Wonder if I should... yeah, maybe make it taller than the rest. Shorten that up a bit. That's going to be our pet. And you can get... what's it called? There it is, Nuke 24. There we go. Alright, we'll work around that a bit later. No, let me quick put a computer screen into the wall. I just noticed there was a square inch of wall without a computer screen in it. And I needed to correct it immediately. That'll do. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Alright, so let's test the progression of this map so far. We're going to put it in ultra-violence, it doesn't matter, I've not done any difficulty levels yet. Here we go. Whoops, forgot about him. Thinking of making this a bit more pipey and dark. Got rid of him, got the health pack. I think this here might be better with some supports around it to look like it's not just hovering in midair. And that trap's good, but it raises a bit slowly. I'm going to see if I can replace that with a door stay open or something, which goes faster. Ah! There we go. All right. And you can have that as well. Right. Alright, so we're still quite bullet full. Oh, we've got chain gun and everything. And it's about this point in the map where I think I basically stopped putting any pickups in, so we'll see. So threats from everywhere as we enter this room. That's not bad. Might put more ambushing monsters around the corners. Just on the other side of the big, whatever it is in the nukage there. Now this would be quite a good little health repository. Yeah, and let's have some ambushes in here so you've got more to deal with. Got 74 monsters already. The monster counts add up really quickly. Oh, okay, so I'm out of ammunition. Don't want that to happen. That's not really the map's design. Alright. Okay, so it works so far. We've got a couple of things to correct. I just noticed another architectural problem here with the ceiling there. We can flip to ceilings in this. There it is. So you can see exactly how they line up. Maybe put it that way. Alright. Okay, so we started running out of ammunition around here. I'm going to put some relief in for the player. Let's give them a box of shells as they go into this room. I usually like a lot of smaller pickups rather than the big ones, but sometimes it's good to give the player a big supply as well. Box of ammo again. Let's give them one there. We've got a couple of bonus shells around, and maybe a medikit just around the corner. Patch themselves up just a little. I'm going to do the same thing over here, so there's a point to this little alcove. Alright. Now, moving down to here, we're going to have a flurry of, well, not a flurry of monsters, but we're going to have some threats happening. Let's have a spectre or two approaching them from the front and the side. We're going to have a hit scanner up here. Should I make it a chain gunner? No, I'm not going to be that cruel. I'm going to make that sergeant. Maybe he can have a friend as well set further back. Alright, let's see. And I also want something big up here. There's limits to the monsters that I'm allowed to use in this map because of the progression of the Mega Wad in general. I don't think I'm allowed to use Revenants. I would use one there if I were feeling cruel, but I'm going to make that Hell Knight. Maybe put a couple of imps on this back one, or yeah, maybe just one each. And What else can I do here? Yeah, we also want threats from both sides here, so I'm going to put a couple of imps over there and a couple of imps over there. Alright. Now, I wanted to hide some enemies down here as well. I'm actually going to put some imps around these little corners. And have... maybe this one should be an ambusher. And we'll have a couple of imps back them up as well. Okay. You see how the monster count quickly goes up. I was at 74 already, and I feel that I haven't been overly generous with the monsters here. Let's put them back in here. I probably did, but then forgot to move them when I messed with the map. Alright, there's room for a ledge here. I don't know if I want another enemy sniping down at the player, but maybe I could have it open once the switch is pulled or something. Since I mentioned it, I just wanted to make this a bit more metallic. Yeah, okay, and the center of it can still be star. Okay then, we've got our dark corner there. And yeah, the other thing I wanted to do was maybe let's turn off the skies using tab. And is that all one sector? Yeah, we're going to make this support as well, and we're going to put some struts. Yeah, there's one strut. It didn't look quite enough. And in Doom style, I'm not worried too much about them being absolutely symmetrical. I say as I make them absolutely symmetrical. No, this one's wider than that one. Okay. Let's pull you down, and pull you down, and pull you down. Oh, maybe the strut should be like that. No. Yes. Oh, it's a great life. Alright, loads of flying all over the place here, but hopefully you get the idea. And... don't know, maybe I'll make the lighting a bit brighter in the areas where the sun's shining down. That's pretty good. Right, so yeah, so I'll keep that idea with another section over here, just burning slowly behind me. Yeah, let's get back to what I was doing, which is giving the player a bit more supplies to survive this place. Gonna put a stim pack and another one. We probably want another Spectre in a dark tunnel. Always a classic. Let's make... oh, have I done any blocking of sounds yet? Sound propagation mode. This is a really handy little mode that Doom Builder provides. So, in this particular map, a lot of the areas are separated by doors, which is great. Sound in Doom behaves a bit weirdly, honestly. It flood fills from wherever the sound is made, and it will alert monsters anywhere in that flood fill. unless the sound crosses over two sound blocking lines. And sectors of 0 height are always sound blocking. So you can see from here, if I move the mouse into here, from this sector, monsters will be able to hear me if I make a gunshot here. They won't be able to hear me immediately in here because there's a door in the way. They won't be able to hear me in here because there's a door in the way of that. If I were to make this line sound blocking, it wouldn't make a difference because the sound is only crossing over one line. If I were to make that one sound blocking as well, then the monsters down here wouldn't be able to hear me. So what I'm actually going to do is exactly that, honestly. Normally the door would be enough, but because I put a window in there, the demons can hear me there and the sound floods into there. And I don't want to make this sound blocking because then the demons wouldn't be woken up and ready to go. So I think this actually looks quite good. Alright, so we also want to separate this room from the rooms up there. And that was actually enough to do it. Just two sound blocking lines there because that's a lift, it's 0 height, and that's a lift that's 0 height. So we won't wake up anyone here when we make noise down here. The next room is going to be this one. And yeah, here they're blocked off because that is 0 height at first, and it'll open and wake them up. Yeah, so maybe I want to separate this out a bit more so that the Spectre doesn't wake up from noise in here. I'm going to make those sound blocking. And I'm going to make these sound blocking as well, so that the player can treat this area as separate. Alright, so the shotgunner that's placed up here will still be able to react because he can see the player, he's in the line of sight, and that doesn't affect sound blocking lines. Alright. Okay, brief excursion into sound blocking mode over. We're going to flip back to floor mode actually, and we're going to see. Probably want some. Let's do some armor bonuses along here. These are often good to put in little trails. And I'll make this bit a bit more interesting as well. I feel this should be taller. Let me check. Let's put a bit of a doorway around here. Remember when I said this video was all going to be about item placement? Well, I miss those days. Alright, let's make this a different ceiling as well. And we're going to make this taller. That'll do. So we've got a step up to there, where there will be some lighting back here. I'm thinking I should probably avoid using the pipes texture everywhere. So let's make some buffers 24, 24. Do our support textures. And we're going to fill these with some more metallic stuff. Will these work? Kind of. We can cheat a bit and scroll it around. And there we go. I still got the seams on there. It's often hard for me to detect being colorblind. We've still got the seam there, but that looks brilliant. I'm going to leave it. Alright. So we've got a bit more of supply for the player. Let's reward them with a stim pack up here, just to keep them going. Not to really help them, maybe to. Couple over here as well. Let's put a computer monitor in. Maybe this one isn't a computer monitor. Maybe this is just an indent with a load of pipes in it. I'm sorry if you're hearing noises from upstairs. I used to have a very, very quiet little space here, but the spare room is finally being used after 13 months. Because the grandparents are finally around, they're immune, they've been kissing everyone they meet, and they're absolutely fine. And they're looking after Penny for us. Trouble is, they tend to move about a bit as well, so you might hear some noise during this video. Alright. Oh, I don't really want to pull this up, do I? I was thinking I'll do some variation in the ceiling, especially as that door is flush with it, but I don't think I want to do it. Okay. Maybe one of you should be a chain gunner instead. We'll see there. I want also to give the player a bit of a supply of ammunition before they drop past the point of no return. Let's make this one down there, actually, so they can see it and they're tempted to go and grab it. Few health bottles up the stairs. That's one of my favourites. And then we've got a nice opportunity to have some monsters attack multi-level here. One from the height of the door. Another demon leading the charge. And have I put too many Hell Knights in this map already? Don't know. Have another one. Not Zombie Man, former human. Oh, that's an interesting character. Former human. Just give them a few to clear out. Some cannon fodder. Sorry. Don't know what I pressed there, but it didn't like it. Oh. And I'll need to change that as well. Okay. I'm a bit inconsistent with bothering to do the trim on the computers, I will admit that. Alright. Oh yeah, and that was going to be an awkward little turret as well. Let's put a chain gunner in there. Your reward for getting here is a bit more medikit to keep you going, and we're going to put one over there as well. Maybe make it 2 stim packs just to give it some variety. I don't really know what I was thinking in here when I did that. That doesn't work at all. Let's give it a tech wall. Yes, you'll do. There we go. Alright, so that's the yellow. That gets you to the yellow door. There's some room for a couple more pickups here. Give them a couple of ammo clips. And something to go up here for as well. Well, that's too much. If in doubt, imps. I wonder if I could make these blink as well. Light blinks randomly. Okay, so... Thinking. It's just all sorts of room for, you know, little gauges and flibbertigibbets all around here. And if I could use custom textures, I'd be having a field day here, but I'm trying to use my imagination and do what's required of me from Doom 2. Maybe that? Yeah, it's not bad. Metal. I'm thinking that this room shouldn't be all pipes like this one. I'm thinking it should look more distinct. Make it a bit darker. And that is 64 high. So let's use some light border textures here. What can this be? This can be a metal. And let me see. These are going to need to be metal as well. What I'm doing now is I'm just sealing off the area so that I don't have leaks. Yeah, there we go. I've forgotten all my shortcuts. There we go. Alright, shift and left click that was. I could deal with a reminder myself. Alright, so now I can get all the walls of this room without fiddling with that one. Maybe some more bricks. How many... do we have more bricks? Well, it looks a bit... It looks okay, but it looks a bit Wolfenstein-y. Don't much like these textures, but maybe this will work. Maybe I can make this work. Upper. Not you. You can go back. And yeah, this brick structure in the middle can stay as bricks. Okay. Let's put in a floor lamp here. What else can I do? Right, so we've got the encounters going around here. I might put just a little bit of health bonus in the corner here. I love giving the player a lot of things to collect, which is probably why my maps have far too much health and ammunition in them. Because if you look at some of the IWAD maps, there's not a lot to them. All right, so we're going over there. We've got here. There's the chain gunner, and the player can then go over here through our mystery room. Let's make it dark. Yeah, about that dark. And they'll emerge back up here. That's going to open the door. There are going to be some enemies in it. Let me rethink that. I'm going to make sure this bit's recessed a bit. We're going to put some door tracks there. This can be a computer station. Maybe, no, maybe it's pipes. Let's use the one with the seam as well. That looks good. What do we do when we detail doom maps? We put unnecessary squares into the middle of rooms. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely the computery area of the factory. And down here we've got more of a bricky industrially space. Kind of. Okay. Let's put more tech wall over here. Come on, stop messing about. Maybe a cacodemon? Let's try to get the player towards the cacodemon as they go, though, to give them a nice tempting box of shells there. Still not sure if I should be providing them a rocket launcher in this map. Because it will depend, there'll be a tweaking phase, it will depend a lot on what other people have done around me. Whether it should be a secret, or whether it should be quite open about it. There we go. Okay, so we want to use S1 floor raised to next highest floor, so 18 instead of 20. We don't want to change the texture anymore. I'm changing that plan. Because it would have been nice to have the platforms rise, but they're just too slow. They break up the gameplay far too much. All right then. That gets the player over to this platform, where they will be rewarded with a bit of health again, and some ammunition. No, I've never been sure what to do with this room. This room's a puzzle for me. I'll come back to this one later. But then they got up to here. I am going to have to arrange this, because I think the space that I've left for this switch is far too small. And you don't want the switch to be unnoticeable. Is it better? Yes. By much? No. Alright, so this switch is going to pull those up. Then we're going to go around here, and there we go. And yeah, this was a bit awkward as well when I did it last time. Not sure about that. We're going to give the player a bit of a surprise over here as well, so that there's some monsters in the distance to worry about. Okay, so what was this? This was door open, stay fast. And its tag is 21. You can see it down at the bottom left. So that's going to door open, stay as well. They're lower unpegged, and we're going to release some stuff to bother the player here as well. How do you think some Lost Souls would do? Oh, did I ever put any monsters in here? Let's just give a smorgasbord of enemies. Now, I nearly made them symmetrical there, which is a mistake. You don't want your monsters to be symmetrical, because it makes it far less interesting. And I've got room for another monster closet around here if I want it. For now, I'll just put in a couple of health bonuses. Alright, and we said, before I forget, we said that there was going to be a secret in here. And that this can be the door that leads up to the sergeant's cubby. And I'm going for John Romero Wonky Stairs. Authentically produced in, where was it, Texas? Can't remember. Texas was Apogee. Can't remember where they were when they wrote down. Alright. It is really amazing. And I use amazing in an incredulous way here. How the development of Doom came about. That id Software, when they were working for Salty Publishing, just waited until everyone had gone home on Friday and then quick get all the computers into a van, go to the beach house, code for the weekend, and quick get them back before anyone notices. That is why software developers like me have things written into their contracts now that say you can't do that. Oh, this is far too small. What am I doing? Okay. This is 40 units high. It needs to be at least 56. Let's put it down a bit further, like that. Okay. Yep, I think that's very subtle, but we'll see how it does. And we also want this not to give away the secret either. So we're going to lower unpeg these. No, we're not, because we're going to make this go up. That looks a bit stupid with the stairs, doesn't it? We're going to make this go up. Let's make this a bit darker. And that'll give you his shotgun as well as... what? Maybe the rocket launcher. But I'll save that until I've verified with people as to where this is going, because I don't want to scatter rockets around the map and then have to delete them all again. Alright. So where was I in my slightly scatterbrained mapping technique? We've got our screens around here. We've got our return to this room. I'm wondering if I can teleport in any enemies once we've returned here, or if it's not really worth it. We'll see. Then the yellow door, and then we go there, and we put this up, and we go around there, and we've got to the exit. Yeah, and I think a point of no return is absolutely acceptable here. So maybe I'll just use... Oh, can I use S1 lift? Yeah, they're always lower weight raised. Okay, so we're just going to be stuck down here. So, oh, there's no there's no switch here. That'd be unfortunate. What should I use? Maybe SW2 pipe. The only time that I would recommend using an SW2 texture, because it's the other way around from everything else. Except, it isn't. I miscalculated when I did that video. There are a couple of others. I think they might only be in Doom 1. Yeah, maybe they are. Alright. Okay, so some more pipes down here, please. Okay, then. Let's see how it goes. I habitually turned to the left because I'd been doing that every time I started up the map before. That looks a bit better up there. If you're playing true vanilla, you'll never see it because you can't look up, but... Oh, I've still got to do something with this as well. Oh, misplaced some stairs there. Helps to go through maps with a notepad, just to list your fixes. I'm relying on my own memory just now. Alright, I realise of course that I forgot to put any action onto the wall back there, so it's not going to work. So we'll carry on regardless. Okay then. Oops! Forced myself down there. Ah! Killed on my own map. Let's do that again. I was definitely in a deficit of health when I came out of even this first area. I'd really been shot quite a lot. My aim at the end of this is that this will be my hardest map to date, which will be nothing to speak of, but will hopefully break the mold that I've fallen into of maps that are easier than jumping off a cliff. Beginning to think I should introduce the chain gun a bit earlier. I might do that. Time to think up something else tempting for the other side of this room. Or alternatively, just remove some of the monsters down here. Or up there. Okay. Quick save. Maybe I'll put a medikit down here. I want to do this without secrets. But I just wanted to verify that that one still worked. I never put any pickups around here, did I? Now we are in trouble again here. Because we've run out of ammunition even faster than we did before. So obviously we've got some balancing to do. Ah! Alright then. Okay, so yeah, the couple of things. We wanted to fix that wall. I wanted to fix... Maybe give the player a bit more ammunition as they come into here as well. Some bonus stuff back there, but certainly over here as well. We want... Well, I think that's a reasonable number of enemies on the ground, but let's be a bit more merciful and make these shotgunners, make them into farmer humans. Oh yeah, the other thing I meant to do was make this a bit more factory-ish. Not comp blue, but maybe even some pipes. That's pretty good. Could scatter them around the walls in the alcoves as well. We will wait and see. Yeah, so maybe the chain gun should be placed invitingly up there and be accessible via the means of some forklift or crate or something. Let's see. It'd be too awkward to form stairs out of it, that's the problem. Disappeared the things. Wondering whether that chain gun should be in reach or not. No, maybe let's leave it round there and scatter just a couple of health and ammunition items around here. Have I put any armor in this map at all? We can check with edit view thing types, which should obviously be under the view menu, but never mind. Farmers are dead by told to take the player helmet super shotgun. Armor bonus, we do not have either of the suits of armor. Okay. So that might be an interesting thing to put in. The floor is looking a bit blank, so maybe we can arrange for the armor to be on some platform somewhere. That looks a bit too weird. That looks the same, only more so. Maybe tech wall, actually. Tech wall 6. Oh, you can't see it, of course. Well, that will have to do. Oh, am I affecting a texture up there as well? No, seems fine. But let's put some green armor over here. And it'll just be up to the player to get it from there. 1, 2. Looks good. Let's just extend this platform around a bit because we can. And because I don't want it to be symmetrical. Okay. Couple of other things just to help out. I want to put some supplies around the corners here. And actually... Whoa, hang on. What can you do to that? You can make make it wider. Just the selection wider. It doesn't affect the object, so you don't want to do that. More shells as well. That's probably enough. I feel that this isn't quite enough of a reward yet. But maybe it is, because you get to bypass all that. And I've just noticed a terrible problem that it also means that you can never raise these bars if you go in via this secret. So let's fix that right now. It might be a bit confusing to have 2 switches for those bars. Perhaps I'll just make it as simple as going up to them. Or crossing over that line. What was that? S1 door open stay, okay. So let's do that for here as well. It would be walk 1 door open stay with tag 11. Alright, so that sorts out that problem. What else do you think I should do here? We've got a bit of the health and ammunition situation corrected. Especially for that Hell Knight. I do like how it boxes you in though, because you've got to deal with those, and then there's pressure from over here. I do like that. And I'll give the player a bit of a boost here as well. Thinking. Just thinking, I don't really like having too many Hell Knights around when the player does not have the super shotgun. I can't think of a good alternative. Except by putting 3 imps in their place or something. I'm going to remove one of the imps from... not you, though. I'm going to remove one of the imps from here. And yeah, this is... I needed to do this as well. Is he set to ambush? He is. But the wall is not far enough away. I'm going to realign my grid. Align grid to selected line def. And pull that quite a lot further back. So you're not being shot by quite so many places at the beginning of the map. Just trying to anticipate where I'll have the next problem. Not a lot of health around here. So let's reward the player with some more health before they go on the big crushers. And we can make this Sean. Can't spell Sean, but we can make it Sean. SW1 com, which is an odd name. Yeah, that works. Let's just put a little bit of a border around here as well. That looks alright. Let's put the switch in the middle. Yes, okay. Just thinking about if I should light up this area as well, just to give them a hint that the switch is there. Maybe I will, just no questions asked, there's some sort of light up here. Can I do it? No, it's not very well aligned. Maybe though. And the whole reason I'm doing this is just to draw some attention to that switch. Will I make it symmetrical? Yes, I will. I'm tempted by aesthetics. It doesn't align. All right, maybe we won't. All right then. So we're up to another hour of editing time already. That was very quick. Yeah, I just want to show you something before I go, because I've been doing a bit of science over the weekend. This is a table that I've written a program to interpret the WOD, and I've given points to each level of Doom 1, Doom 2, Plutonia, according to how many health items they have, or the value, the combined value of all the health items, and all the monster hit points and all the ammunition, in a rough guess of how valuable that ammunition is for taking down monsters. And done it for easy, medium, and hard. Calculated the ammo surplus, which is the amount of excess ammo you have, if we assume that the points for ammo all go towards killing all the monsters, and the health ratio, which is the amount of health you have compared to the combined monster HP. And it all looks very fancy. The trouble is I'm not really sure what to do with this information yet. I need to adjust some of its balance, because you can see, obviously, E1M1 ammo surplus is going to be very big because it's got hardly any monsters at all, especially in easy, where it's absolutely simplistic. But if you look at E4M3, that is also the biggest. That is actually the biggest ammo surplus in the whole of Doom 1. On hard as well. So E4M3, what is that one? That's Pandemonium, isn't it? So I don't really know what's going on there. And if you look at things like Plutonia, obviously the map 32 go to it. Only 3,000 points of health in the map, and you've got so many monsters, it's not even funny. So that works out well for there, and I've got this health ratio works great. That's a great indicator of difficulty. But map 11 seems to be a standout as well. And map 8 of Doom 2, which is... That's not the factory, is it? It's the one after Dead Simple. Tricks and Traps. Possibly skewed a bit by the presence of the Cyber Demon, now that I'm coming to think of it. So maybe I need a Cyber Demon waiting there, I don't know. E3M8, particularly... But as we all know, E3M8 is the simplest thing in the world. You go up to the Spider Demon, you press fire, but it's still got a very big weight of HP available to player versus monsters. Because strangely enough, there's only 50 points of health in easy in E3M8. Oh, there's only 50 points of health ever. Alright. Anyway, the point is, let me go to my analyzer here, and I've set it up to run on my map 07 here. So what have we got? We've got, difficulty doesn't matter because I haven't done them yet. Our health difficulty is 24.67, which is sort of towards the harder end of Doom 1. And our ammo surplus is 5240, which is somewhere in the middle. But again, this can't calculate the balance of it. If all your ammunition's at the very end of the map, it won't be able to detect it. So, we'll see where that goes. I thought it was an interesting tool. Let's try this in Ultraviolence one more time. Wait a minute. We're going to change this first. You are a switch once, floor lower to lowest floor. And I'll tell you what else. You are tag 24 on this one and this one are tag 24. So the player doesn't have to hit this other door as well. Oh, let's see. I think maybe giving the player a bit of cover here. How does that look? That looks pretty interesting if you ask me. Gives us another nuke to put some ammunition in. All right. Let's put another medikit just in this secret as well. And did I ever count these as secrets? Yeah, that should be a secret, and that should be a secret. There. It's unlikely the player will get into one and miss the other, but it is possible. And this should be a secret, one of these at least. That one will do. Still need to do something with this. I'll think of that later. Just when I'm doing the nukes and crannies tidying up. Let's see how this plays. Okay, that's removed a bit of teeth from the start, which might be a good or bad thing. I don't know if I took it too far, because I can now easily pass it with 100 health. There's not a hit scanner breathing down my neck. Maybe it needs a bit put back. We'll experiment and we'll see. And there he was. Okay, that was the shotgun that was woken up. Yeah, the Hell Knights are very tedious to fight without a super shotgun. I'm going to see if I should put that in the map. Or even if the rocket launcher should be part of this map as well. Oh, I was caught by the demons that had come up behind me. Well, it's kind of amazing how I fall into my own traps quite so consistently. Rather want the player to have something to look at up there that isn't just a brick wall as well. Wonder if this is a bit too much of a spike. If I should try to smooth that out a bit. For example, by making one of the chain gunners a shotgunner. That would remove quite a lot of the threat from down there. But again, no, maybe that's the right amount of threat. I don't want to be too hasty in changing it. Super shotgun! I forgot it was actually there. Did I get him? Yeah, I did, okay. Oh, can he see me before? Ah, I haven't put him up quite far enough. Okay, so I'll need to fix that as well. That needs a yellow key, just checking. I'm going to pick these off before I get to them. This ceiling's a bit flat. Otherwise, I really like the look of this. It looks interesting. Okay. Let's take out the distant enemies. I think I haven't made this green stuff harmful yet. I'll get stuffed. The Crusher behavior is a bit strange in Doom, isn't it? Alright, he's going to take a while. Need to decorate this room, it looks a bit drab. Ah, there he goes. And that's a mistake as well, I didn't select that bit. Okay. Let's not follow them. We have the yellow key. That was a mistake there. The door track is not applied, and it's not lower unpegged either. This we could make even more dark. Maybe made it a little longer as well. See if I can do that. Oh, no reaction to here. Maybe I forgot to put the line action on it. Not beyond me. Oh, I do need to... Oh, no, those don't need to be harmful. That's the problem. Still no reaction from there. Might have to test that individually. And there's our surprise. That's pretty good. I could do with even more actually. Maybe another monster closet just in the other wall. I can't open the exit. Oh dear. Alright, so it fell apart a bit at the end, I'm going to admit that, but plenty of things to think about for next time. So I think I've been going for 6 hours on this map now, thereabouts, and it's nearly there. It definitely needs a bit of correction, but I like how it plays and how it flows and how it works. So we'll do some more adjusting next time.